Okay, before we jump into the video, guys, make sure that you subscribe and you like the video. You comment below on any subject that you would like us to talk about in this channel. You leave a comment, a suggestion of videos that you would like us to make for you, and we will definitely look into the comments and make sure that we make the videos that you request. Okay. When you're doing your weekly analysis, so what you always want to start with, you want to start with your fundamental analysis. So we'll be looking at our calendar for the upcoming week, and the reason why you do this is that so that you can be aware of the upcoming huge volatile news that can end up messing up with your trades if you weren't aware, as they tend to bring in like huge volatility within a very short space of time. Okay, so if you don't know how to configure your Forex Factory calendar, you can just check on the video. I will leave it at the end of this video here, so make sure that you watch through the entire video so that you can find the video that is basically talking about how to do a proper fundamental analysis, and it will tell you exactly how to configure your calendar from the time to how you set the types of events. Okay, so as you can see here, Monday we have no events. Okay, so we have no high impact events, to be correct, no high impact events on Monday. And then here Tuesday we have euro PMI, so you would want to expect huge volatility on pairs with euro, either as a base or a quote. And then same goes for GBP on Tuesday as well around this time. That's what you expect. And then for USD pairs as well at quarter to 4, that's what you would expect of volatility. And then Wednesday for 4 a.m, that's the NZD interest rate, very volatile. So if you have running trades here, make sure that you modify accordingly. Make sure that your stop loss is at entry, your profit is secured, or you close your entire trades altogether. Okay, and then early in the morning GBPCPI, it's also very volatile, so you make sure that you prioritize accordingly. And then on the 25th, you can see here USD GDP and unemployment claims, volatile as well. And on Friday, it's a core price index, also volatile. So these events that are represented by red folders like this, majority of them, based on my experience, they tend to move at least 40 pips in less than 15 minutes. Okay, some less than 2 minutes, they tend to move a minimum of 40 pips. So that is why you have to be very careful as to if they will be going against your trade. They can easily ruin your account without you noticing. Okay, so after your fundamental analysis, you jump to your chart, and then you will be doing your DXY analysis. I have talked about DXY on my previous videos. You can just go watch them, and then you'll get a proper explanation of DXY as to why we analyze them and how is it useful with being analyzed. Okay, so let's start on a daily time frame. And we want to focus on the structures that are closest to the current price action. Okay, so that's our closest support structure, and that's our closest resistance level, and those are the only things that are easy to spot on a daily time frame. Okay, I also see this area here. As you can see, respected here, and we also have it being respected here again, and also here. Before it was broken, the market pushed to the downside, and now we are currently having a reaction to to the structure again. So yeah, okay, as much as that is, I would put in my resistance at the current reaction. Okay, then you switch into a 4 hour so you can get more insight into what's going on. Okay, so we have a structure like this, and then if we have a look here, this is also a significant structure that initiated our, when the market broke out of this resistance, this is how we found that very that full matching setup on Euro USD. So this is a very significant structure. Consider it there, and then also have this one that initiated our buys last week. So we have a market that is like this, and our next significant structure would be this one there. Okay, so now we currently have a market that looks like this, and we would anticipate a market to push from this structure and all the way up. If we break the structure, and then this is where we anticipate a push to the upside. Okay, so this is the anticipation on DXY for the upcoming week. This is the anticipation that we respect the structure and we push to the upside. If we do not do that, then maybe we push to the structure before pushing to the upside. And remember that the market will not just move in a single straight line. We will have impulse correction until we reach the next significant structure, as you can see how it is doing here. Impulse correction, and so on. So that is how the market moves, and we will listen to the price action as to what it will be telling us as it unfolds. Okay, so yeah, as we can see here, we are gaining momentum based on the price action. So we will see when the market opens as to how is it reacting from here. Okay, and now let's move on to our next pair. Okay, this is the pair that I would add on the watch list for the upcoming week as well. Starts on the daily time frame. Okay, this is our current low, current high is high. Okay, we switch to a 4 hour time frame. Okay, so this is what we have here. Respected before, respected again. Okay, then in this area here, this was a fake out. This is the zone that we are anticipating, and then here we see this ascending triangle here that is forming. Okay, and then from this structure we would anticipate a market that is going to push from this structure all the way to that level. As you can see, this is impulse correction, and then what comes next is an impulse. So this is what we are anticipating on USDCAD, which happens to be in line with our DXY as well. So let's see what smaller time frames are telling us. Okay, so we are not ready to buy yet, so we will wait for the break of this structure, and then once we have a close of the candlestick above this trend line here, and then that is when we execute our buy trade to the upside. Okay, so there is the analysis that we have on USDCAD. So we wait for the break of this trend line, and then we execute a buy, which will take us all the way to this significant zone here, which is our next zone. As I always say, that the market is simply just a movement of price action from one zone to the next. All we have to do is listen to how is the market moving from zone to zone, how is it getting to the next zone, and we capitalize on the how is it getting to the next zone. And here it is telling us exactly as to how is it intending to get to the next zone. As we had an impulse here, then correction. What comes next is what? An impulse, so that it can get back to this zone here, which is our swing high or previous resistance level. Okay, our next pair on the watch list, it will be GJ. So that is GBPJPY. Okay, GBPJPY. And then we'll switch to a daily and then we'll do our analysis. Okay, we can see here that our GJ is currently at a very strong zone there, which is a daily resistance level. And remember, the higher the time frame, the more significant the setup it is going to be. So that's our swing high, and this is our current swing low. Okay, and then always remember to fully zoom out so that you can get the entire perspective as to where is the market heading to. Okay, as you can see that we have been in a bullish trend for a very long time. Okay, and then the markets previously respected this structure and dropped all the way to this area here. So now we are also at this structure, so we anticipate a push to the downside or to that point. Okay, but we wait for price action to tell us exactly as to what is going on. Okay, as you can see here, before we even dive into smaller time frames, we had a very huge momentum to the upside, but then with that momentum pushing, the market failed to break the structure. As you can see that now we are having bears entering the market. As you can see, this rejecting bearish candlestick that is that has closed below this significant zone, which is our resistance. Now we switch to a 4-hour time frame and see exactly what the market is giving us. Okay, so from this zone, which is zone we anticipate the market to reach first, which is significant, and that will be this area here. So we highlight this area here, which is where it reached before pushing back from that structure previously. Okay, so now we look at how is the market reacting to this structure. You can see this reversal pattern here. Okay, it's going to be clear when I switch to smaller time frame. Let's see on a 2-hour time frame. Okay, you can see it's slowly starting coming into light. Okay, switching to an hour time frame. Okay, now you can see this channel clearly. Okay, it's a reversal pattern. Okay, we had this market pushing to the upside and then respected this. This was the dead touch of this trend line. Okay, the first, second, and the third here. Okay, so we would anticipate a break of this structure, maybe a retest, which will be also providing us with our lower high, and then this market is going to tank all the way to this area here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to wait for the break. We wait for the break of the support structure. Okay, we're gonna wait for the break of this support structure, and once we find the break of the support structure, that is where we would anticipate an entry, and then our stop loss will be adjusted accordingly. Okay, let's say we break and retest. That is how we would enter here, and then this will be our take profit one. This area here would be our take profit one, and then our take profit 2 would be this area here, and that is a 350 pips movement right there. And then this will be a very beautiful swing trade that we are definitely going to be taking in this upcoming week. Okay, then your entry should either be on a 30-minute time frame or on a 50-minute time frame, so you can be able to capitalize accordingly. Or if this market was to reverse to, okay, maybe hit here and then push to the structure here, I will definitely be looking for a sell around this area. Okay, around this area here, I would look for a short here around this area and have my stop loss above the zone. It's a 40 pip stop loss, and our targeted area a 40 pip stop loss and a 400 pip take profit, more than 1:3 risk reward ratio. So this is definitely what I will be looking for in this upcoming week when it comes to GJ. As you can see, we have what the ICT traders call institutional candle here. Yeah, which makes it even more interesting. Yeah, this market might come back here, and then this would initiate our entry point right here, and then we take the short to the downside. So I'm going to be setting an alert here. Okay, let's set it here. Okay, and then we say look for sell. We create our alert, and then as soon as the market gets to that structure there, I will be notified to look for what I am anticipating is going to happen when it comes to GBPJPY. And that's it. That concludes our analysis for the upcoming week. If you've been watching till this far, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be definitely dropping an update as to how everything went on Friday, the upcoming week as well. See you on the next video, guys.